So I hit it when we come out there. Hit the number, and I look back. See how people at the people at the curb. And Sam said,
Oh, so that means you did good then. I so you were born what 1936 June what
11.
June 11. Herman Roger Tucker. Now why they ain't name me Roger instead of Raymond? If you want to name me after Kirby, why not after you? Maybe the third or something, third Herman or something. So how many songs would you say you wrote, Papa?
Oh, I don't know if I was 10 or I don't know how many.
10 songs?
Maybe. Maybe more. I don't know. A bunch of them. Some of them we never put out there.
Cause I remember actually this room right here, right? When I was little, I used to come see you, and you used to be right over here in this corner right here. The bed was right here, and you had like a nightstand with a lamp right here, and you used to be sitting right. Yeah, you used to be sitting right. You had all these little pieces of paper, and you know what I'm saying?
We got all that.
I guess.
We got all that stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. Cause this room, yeah. Hold on, you expanded? Didn't you supposed to expand it when you closed it back down?
Well,
You expanded this room, right? I thought you would knock the wall down one time.
like that.
But you put it back.
It was the
Oh.
when everybody left.
Yeah.
I opened it up and had that.
I remember that.
Den right there.
Yeah, I remember that. Now it's like, yeah, because it's closed back again. Cause I remember you had widened up a little bit. So hold on, so you knew Sam Cooke, who else you knew?
Oh, bunch Johnny Taylor and all that.
Johnny Taylor. Who was the one that when they couldn't find you, they ended up using him?
When Johnny Taylor left, that's when they were looking for me.
Oh, and that was for the who? All having who was the choir during that time? That everybody that Al Green was singing for, the Almighty. Who he sung for?
Al Green?
Yeah.
I never met Al Green.
You never met Al Green? But he's the same for somebody though. Group before he became R&B.
But I never met Al Green.
And that's
I don't remember singing with a gospel. I don't remember him singing with a gospel group. No, I know Johnny Taylor. Yeah.
So Johnny Taylor.
When Johnny Taylor left, that's when they trying to find, couldn't get in touch with Kenny, and I missed that one.
Would you have took it?
Whatever. Yes, Lord, I would tried it. Because they were singing most of the soul stuff. And then after that, that's
You
when
said you were singing most of the what?
soul songs.
Oh, okay.
When we first started, they were the basic. That's where I could step right in and
yeah.
because, and that's when I started flipping over to my
Own stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Start writing your own stuff, 'cause, yeah, and I guess when, like I said, if you're the natural singer that you was, and then having a family, it was this natural, they want to speak on. 'Cause Good Mother, man, that's a good song. I think all people should hear that song. It's a wonder somebody ain't try to remix it. But when they try to do it, I'm gonna be waiting on with that paperwork.
I don't think nobody really heard it out there.
But you ain't know Good Mother was on the YouTube, did you?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. Now who put it out there?
You
That's a good question. No, I didn't.
You didn't?
I would have.
I don't know.
If I had all y'all stuff, man, come on, man. I definitely, because that's a good catalog. I got my own catalog now, Papa. Spotify and all that. I would love to get you on, because, especially when it comes to gospel music, a lot of people love gospel music.
Because another song I wrote that we had, and it was, because I was writing basic, how real life,
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, so sometimes your own family would turn against you and all that in that song.
But no, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you talking about fire as mentioning their names or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like you said, that real life, see, in rap, believe it or not, in hip-hop, the people that speak it more to the streets and stuff, people respect more. So it's always been that way.
Yeah, that's why they're
That
trying to get the real life.
aspect of
And
it,
then
yeah.
one lady jumped up. Said, I know what you're talking
Hmm.
about. I said, sometimes your own family turn run away from you, and sometimes your children go astray, stuff like that. You know, that's what they're talking.
Yeah.
John said it in the
When I heard the
song.
song, every time I heard the song, it reminded me of me, and I think about all the stuff that mother told me, but she was the same way I was.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
You
trying to
know.
get the song.
And believe it or not, people don't believe when you in the process of ready to have a child, the things that you going through at that time is gonna be in that child.
Mm-hmm.
If you was a person that every time something happened, you ran off, whatever, then most likely that's how that baby is going to be.
That's gotta be because of the bloodstream.
It is. And then like if you like if you have a baby older, the baby is gonna be smart, very intelligent because you done been through a lot of stuff in life. You know a lot of stuff, so that's gonna transfer to the baby. And people don't understand. That's why they always say, be careful who you mixing with.
Yeah.
Observe them. You know what I mean? That's why they did arranged marriages back in the day because a lot of people grew up to be with that one person. You know what I mean? And then you had to worry about her really loving nobody else because all she know is you. You know what I mean? No.
I be telling Sue a lot of time. I be telling her that, Steph, Steph, you know what she tell me? Oh, that back in the day. I said, but experience is the best teacher.
Always is, Papa.
you,
I know that for a fact.
She be looking at stuff on TV and saying what the folks doing there. I said, well, they doing the same thing that done happens before, but you looking at what they doing. But what I be telling you, I have did it
Experience.
myself. I
Yeah.
know it. And like somebody pinch me, I know how that pinch feel. Now I can. She told me, said, I was telling about back in the day with the white kids
Hmm.
and fighting. She never experienced that. I have.
Oh, she ever? And I'm surprised because her and Mama, well, it was. I mean, it was still kind of
Yeah, but it won't like.
like y'all. No, definitely not.
And mine won't as bad as it was back.
Yeah, like your
Cause
parents.
like my grandfather would tell me something about it. My great grandfather. But what I experienced, I have had white boys to spit in my face.
So what was your
My
daddy was Johnny
Johnny
Gould.
Good, yeah.
I
But
remember
I
that.
never knew him.
Yeah.
But my grandma Lucy and my grandma Sammy Tucker,
Hmm.
they got a listing of the family history. He was his dad or his somebody was slave.
Hmm.
I think my grandfather,
Was a slave.
yeah, my great grandfather was a slave. They
See,
have that two generations.
know what story I'm starting to hear comment about?
Hmm.
Like the story you was telling about how our land got taken and then with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to some other black people,
Mm-hmm.
and that same story was in their family.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like a thing that it seemed like that happened to everybody.
Yeah.
That they was still, even though we had supposedly was coming out of slavery, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and had access to land, that they still found a way to take that.
Mm-hmm. And since the slave master, some way or another, gave that that when they died, the white man died, they passed it back to the slaves.
Exactly. That's why I heard, and they
Yeah.
still found a way.
They figure with the other white, they figure a way to take their land.
Mm.
But I was just telling Sue about that, how that we fought. And she told me they would have to kill me. I said, but Sue, you weren't there at that time.
But see, you know what? And a lot of people say that. I've said it too. Maybe that's why I wasn't born then, because when the world I'd have been able to put up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said, if you under that,
Your brainwashed, you think that
yeah,
was supposed to have been.
Yeah, cause it was like I said, it was a process. It was a breaking down. They had to break you down first.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first people they took from over Africa,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you couldn't bring them straight to America like that, cause them was gonna tear this joint up. They had to put them to an island, make them mates, and then
Yeah.
you know take away their language. You know,
Mm-hmm.
cause out of everybody, if you think about it, the Jews, um, Spanish people, Latino, what you want to call them,
Mm-hmm.
Indians, we the only ones that don't have our original language and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We
Ain't that
still
something?
have the adopted language.
Ain't
You know
that
what I
something?
mean? And it's like they mad with us because even with that, we still was able to still look somebody like Jay-Z. Look at all that money Jay-Z got.
Mm-hmm.
Puff Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
all the big money, and we did this without even knowing who we are.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that something?
And imagine if we had everything we supposed to have in our mind and that we know, and we had this process where they made us fight against each other, the house nigga against the field nigga, and, you know, making us against each other when we supposed to be together.
Yeah.
Take a long time, man. Something that took hundreds of years to do ain't gonna turn around in 20, 30 years.
Yeah. They had
Just that
see
simple.
right there?
Mm-hmm.
Brick for a white boy.
What year you say that was?
That one I was
Little.
fighting and
Oh, you
spit.
and him was fighting.
Yeah, throw the brick. But then the woman was spitting, and we had to go to the well. We didn't. White folk had the well. We didn't. We had to go with buckets of water.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to get the water, and then during the week time, they was all right. During the
Mm-hmm.
weekend, school was out. They had their little white friend would come down. Then we go out to water, and they, when we get about halfway back to the house, they'll run down and take the water, and it's cold too, dumping on us, you know. And then we're trying to fight them, spit in our face and stuff. We would fight all we could, but I would never tell my
Yeah,
grandmother.
cause she'd have been mad, right?
And then she would have gotten,
Oh yeah, it did something to her.
yeah. And look here, so
And what is it? This and then what?
then what? And we started telling our buddies, our friends about it. So one weekend we told them that they planned a bunch of the guys that I grew up with. They came and hid in the cornfield, and when they get the water, no way they're gonna white boy done them. Man, the boy tore them up. I mean, they put some on them white boys. And you know, and I was fighting along with them,
Mm-hmm.
and about I said one of the white boys died. I said, I don't know what I get them to do with it or not, but I didn't care.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: was it ever any of them that was really good, genuine people?
There was nice folk until that weekend. We got along with them fine during the week.
Until the weekend. What was it?
The weekend came, that's when they come down with the visit them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been through all of that. But I was saying
I couldn't even imagine being a y'all area, Papa, man.
that was just a little
Taste.
taste. So imagine, like we didn't have tobacco in our area, but down in the Carolinas, places where folks raise tobacco, if they didn't do the tobacco right, they'll whip them.
Even tobacco.
They'll whip. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a lot of hangers?
You see all the scraps.
When people back, yeah.
They whip them.
You ever seen any hangers?
I never seen a hanger now.
Yeah, okay.
Heard of them during that time. That's what I was scared.
Yeah, I imagine because I mean during that time it was a lot more of them than us
Yeah.
in America anyway.
Yeah, I've heard of that hanging thing. And see, there was the black man. Now, another thing, right now I was running my pressure up in a sense. I think about some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw Steve Harvey on TV,
Mm-mm-mm.
and he said about how Trump was a good man, and he donated, he contributed to
Mm-hmm.
his whatever.
Foundation, whatever. Yeah.
Ooh-wee. And I remember Steve Harvey had all his program coming up were black.
Mm-hmm.
black folk made Steve Harvey.
Yeah, well, you let him tell it. I guess it's the other way around.
And the lady wrote on it.
Who, Monique?
Yeah, she said like a white, like the slave had. You know, during that time, they had the slave master. They had the
What we call him?
the
Yeah,
house niggas or
yeah.
something.
He was like the top one. Yeah, like the top one.
You know, so he ain't going back out there. And his family was out there getting beat. And they worked, and he in the house serving the white folks. They were
I
the
seen
cause.
I seen the joint where they was talking about how the little boy was hanging from the ceiling, and he had like a feather, and he was making sure no bugs be on the food.
Mm-hmm.
Bring him upside down, and man,
And this Nicholas Steve out with his big mouth, right, said Trump invited him to the house and talked about the doing something with Clarence Thompson, which is another house nigga.
yeah. Remember Clarence Thomas? He did that today, like that
Mm.
woman.
And Steve said Trump came back out there and wanted to get rid of Obama health care plan.
Mm-hmm.
Which Steve Harvey said he never said nothing to Trump about it. But with his big mouth, he didn't say nothing to Trump in the meeting.
Mm-hmm. All everything that he probably before the donation,
See,
the problems he had with him, he should have been honest with that man.
Trump called Steve Harvey up there because Steve Harvey had a lot of black followers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the same thing with Kanye West. Same thing.
Kanye West is ridiculous.
Yeah, they can't in.
And black folk made him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what get me, man. I tell you the truth. They can't see it though. You know what they did.